everybody? My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and we're back. We've got another DC. We've got another DC. How freaking awesome is this? We've got another Superman cover. This is Action Comics number 644 with a Superman cover, and Superman's gray, and this is from 1989. Very strange cover. Why Superman look that different? Well, we're gonna go ahead and put this guy away, and Raze is gonna tell you about it. Oh yes, DC. I'm very happy that you've given us more covers. But in all honesty, this one is not true. Still got box dust on this because Raze doesn't hesitate. Once he grabs these, he just sits down because he's got to talk about them. So this is the cover of Action Comics number 644 from 1989. And to look at it, what's going on with this cover? You've got this grayish suited Superman-like character, and his eyes were glowing red. What's going on with Superman here? Well, I'll tell you. This is not Superman. This is a character called the Matrix. And this story basically extends back to a previous story that came out the year before. Very infamous story in which Superman goes to a pocket dimension of sorts, and when he gets there, he finds Lana Lang. He finds Lana Lang, his childhood sweetheart, and bright red hair, big red cape. Wait, she is dressed up like Supergirl, but it's Lana Lang. How does that even make sense? That's kind of crazy. And what's going on with this world? Because it is desolate. And aside from this Supergirl who is Lana Lang, who is not Kryptonian, but seems to have several powers, it was very, very confusing. Until Superman finds that in this pocket dimension, what had happened was you ever see Superman 2? The three villains that come from Krypton that land on Earth and want to take over? General Zod, Ursa, those characters. In this dimension, this pocket dimension, which is what they made sure to mention every time, they came down unopposed. Superboy was a very young character and may have not even developed his powers at this point, because in DC at the time, Superman does not develop his powers until puberty. So if you have these three adult Kryptonians come down, before Superman hits puberty and starts to gain his powers and being able to battle them back, there is really nothing to stop them from basically destroying the entire world. And that's exactly what they do. They are basically they're hunting down this character that turns out to be the Matrix, which is a protoplasmic being, artificial in a sense, that basically had taken on the Kryptonian legacy, while the villains were destroying everything. The Matrix saw the potential of and the optimism that Lana Lang and Clark Kent had shown, even throughout them being destroyed. And obviously, if there's nobody around, there's nobody to stop the Matrix from checking everything out after everybody dead. And just kind of basically made a merge of what it found on the Kent farm, and on basically a mixture between Lana Lang and Clark Kent, who had befriended the Matrix. Um, so yeah, Superman goes there, meets up with the Matrix. He is essentially stuck with a serious situation in which he's got these three Kryptonian villains who are hell bent to destroy something because they've already destroyed the world and they're bored. And then they find Kal-El, who, yeah, he's Superman and he's well seasoned, but these guys have been flaunting their abilities for many years, a lot more than the General Zod of the regular continuity. This was just a situation in which these three are basically going to gang up and kill Superman. And the thing is they figured out that, hey, if this guy came here, we can go where he came from and we can do the exact same thing all over again. So Superman is basically he's forced into not only a battle of his life, but he knows that if he doesn't win versus these three, his entire world is going to be destroyed. And, the Matrix is a big help, but is still, even though it looks like Supergirl, it's not Supergirl there with him. So that's when Superman makes the issue controversial. And it is, the cover of that is very famous, where Superman is wearing an executioner's hood, and he does have a canister of kryptonite that he essentially uses on these villains, and he kills them. And yes, Superman realizes after doing that he's not cut out to kill people. And unlike the DC extended universe, nobody's there to witness this. Nobody's there to think, oh my God, this alien, the Superman, kills people. Yeah, nobody saw that except the most important person, and that was Superman himself. Seeing him do this and now know that he is capable of doing it if pushed that far makes him never want to get pushed that far ever again. So, not leaving the Matrix behind, Superman brings the Matrix back into the regular universe, and that's where this story begins. Because while it's not going to dress up like the Supergirl now, the redheaded Supergirl, because everybody be like, hey, Lana Lang, why is there a Supergirl that looks just like you? Yeah, that's not going to work that well. And the thing is like, being as how the Matrix doesn't have a personality, it really just didn't know what it was supposed to be. So what it does is it continues on what it was initially going to do, and adopts this Superman form and starts running around. Now, the Matrix is not human, and Superman's not human, but Superman was raised human. He was raised with values on restraint and that kind of thing. Matrix does not have these. And so Matrix is essentially the dark Superman flying around. Not intentionally being bad, but just causing enough trouble and staying just under the radar enough to make it very confusing for the people of Smallville. So, yeah, Superman goes and finds the Matrix and, says, hey, I guess it was a mistake to just bring you here and not leave you any guidance, which, okay, Superman, yeah, that does make sense. Because what has the Matrix? Matrix was one that witnessed Superman kill the other Kryptonians. So, as far as, like, being able to watch, basically the Matrix has seen everything in its artificial life die. And the only thing that didn't die in this being's lifetime was Superman. So mimics that appearance, and knows that appearance has killed. And so yeah, a big reason why Superman wants to stop this, once he figures out what's going on, he has to tell the Matrix that Matrix has to figure out what it's going to be, and it can't be his thing because that's going to affect his who he is and how he's perceived. Essentially, what ends up happening, crazily enough, is that this all happened, post-crisis. So there was no Supergirl in this universe. And so, yeah, that's what he eventually allows to happen. Superman basically puts the Matrix in the position that he was put in, where he was raised by Earth parents, being taught values, and that's where the Supergirl starts coming in. They give the name Linda Danvers, based upon this couple who had lost their daughter, and just basically has the Matrix impersonate her, which is kind of disturbing. But when it comes to grief, if it's close enough for them to attach themselves to, I guess, still harmful, not a good idea. And yeah, I mean, I'd love to say that everything was happily ever after, but I mean, eventually, that was the Supergirl series of the 90s, was her attempting to figure out how she fits in. She's not even human. She's not Kryptonian. She doesn't have anything else like her. And of course, the same thing with the creators. They were just like, what exactly do we do with this character? During the death of Superman, that's the Supergirl that's in that storyline. That is the Matrix, and that's why it gets confusing, because you see Supergirl basically being the arm candy of Lex Luthor, because the Matrix doesn't really get things and is able to be thwarted and fooled. And yeah, it just and the further you go along with the Matrix, the more confusing it gets. It gets to the point where yes, it gets religion at one point. So all of a sudden it's mimicking an angel, and the big question becomes, is it really an angel? Because now Supergirl is also an angel, and so you've got the Supergirl, but she's got angel wings, and it's just kind of like, where are you going with this? And then they just kept going, and then at one point, I believe the storyline Panic in the Sky happened, in which Draga, who was one of the gladiators from Warworld, that had been, he was the champion of Warworld until Superman defeated him, and then he wears the Superman shield on his chest, the ripped Superman costume. He wears that as the chest, as to, yes, this is the only thing greater than me, and he works at becoming a hero, especially during that time, and he's killed during the Panic in the Sky storyline. And the Matrix, who just sees this noble being die like that, takes Draga's form. So you've got this big green alien with the Superman symbol chest. Yeah. It just got, they tried to make the Matrix work, but the more they tried to define the Matrix and help that character develop, the more confusing it got. But this is where this isn't even where it started. That it was that Pocket Dimension storyline where he brings him there. But this was basically the first appearance of the Matrix after that story. So it was DC's way of letting you know, hey, we are going to run with this character for a while. So yeah, come on, Funko, this isn't Superman. This is the Matrix. So your little tag here, that doesn't make sense. And once again, you have proven what Raze mentions. He mentions this on the live streams he's on. He mentions this, well, that's pretty much the only time he mentions it. It's when he just has to look at the bearded barbarian and say, it's not my fault, I know more than you do. And in this case, Funko, don't be mad. It's not my fault that Raze knows more than you do. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here now. Don't forget that Raze has got a full-on playlist of all the comic book covers that he covers, the covers he covers playlist. And yes, these are my favorite things that Funko does. And look forward to getting more, looking forward to telling you more about every issue that he picks up. And yeah, you just give Raze an excuse to start going, and it is, I mean, it is stream of consciousness, just boom! He just opens up his mouth. He doesn't know where it's going to end when he starts talking comics. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you knew about this mistake that Funko had made, that this wasn't Superman, this was the Matrix. Let me know if you knew about the Matrix before this video. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now, but never forget, the life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're going to be defined.